Have you ever felt like life is on autopilot, dragging you through a routine that doesn't seem to lead anywhere new? Have you ever wondered if there's a way to break free from old patterns and start living in a way that truly resonates with who you are? If so, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're going to explore how you can activate your creator mode, a state of being where you leave behind old ways of thinking and acting and start creating a reality that reflects your true self. This video isn't just a guide but an invitation to explore a world of possibilities that have always been there, waiting to be discovered. Imagine a moment in your life when you feel a deep shift, a subtle but undeniable pull that separates you from the chaos and constant noise of everyday life. It's a moment when you realize you're tired of struggling, of forcing things to fit your expectations, and find yourself in a state of exhaustion. That moment of fatigue is also a moment of revelation, a sign that you're ready for significant change. You realize that the methods you've used up until now to move forward in life no longer serve you, and that there's a simpler, more authentic way to approach your desires and goals. This is the point when you enter what is known as creator mode. In this state, it feels as if the universe recognizes your willingness to embrace something different, something beyond the old routines and patterns that have limited you until now. And suddenly, you find this video amidst the whirlwind of the internet. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here. This video is a sign that you're on the verge of a deep, essential transformation. You're about to discover a new way of living, one where you break free from old patterns and embrace a way of being that's more aligned with your true self. Entering creator mode means recognizing the natural talents and gifts you already possess, those that have been dormant or perhaps never had the chance to be fully explored. It's an invitation to stop fighting against the currents of life and start flowing with them. Imagine living a life where every action you take feels like a natural extension of who you are. Imagine that every step you take is in alignment with your inner truth and deepest values. This is the essence of being in creator mode, a state of being where you're fully present, aware of yourself and your surroundings, and empowered to shape your reality in a way that feels both empowering and fulfilling. When you enter this creator mode, you realize that pushing and constantly forcing your way through life only leads to frustration and burnout. You understand that many of your struggles stem from trying to control every outcome, to force life to match your expectations. This need for control, rather than bringing you greater success, simply becomes a constant source of stress and exhaustion. You begin to see that letting go of this forceful approach and allowing yourself to flow with the natural currents of life offers a far more rewarding and authentic experience. Imagine what it would be like to live a life where every action feels like a natural extension of your being, where every step is in tune with your inner truth. This is the essence of creator mode, a state where you're fully present and completely aware of your environment and yourself. You're in a position to shape your reality in a way that feels both empowering and deeply satisfying. As you enter creator mode, the idea of constantly pushing and fighting to move forward in life begins to dissolve. You realize that this approach only leads to more frustration and exhaustion. You recognize that many of the struggles you face come from an intense desire to control every outcome, to try to force life to fit your expectations. By letting go of this forced approach and opening yourself to the possibility of flowing with life, you begin to experience greater alignment with your true self. This creates space for a more natural and fulfilling existence. Instead of fighting against the currents, you find yourself navigating with greater ease and grace. When you understand this new approach, you begin to appreciate the power of alignment over control. Your actions, when driven by genuine passion and inner truth, become much more natural and enjoyable. The difference between these actions and those driven by obligation or the desire to prove something is significant. By focusing on what truly inspires and resonates with you, and letting go of the need to control everything, you find greater ease, joy, and spontaneity in your life. You begin to trust that what is meant for you will arrive in its own time. Your role is to keep an open mind and remain receptive to the opportunities that arise. Letting go of a forced approach also means embracing the uncertainty of life with curiosity instead of fear. You no longer feel the need to have all the answers or to predict every step of your path. Instead, you focus on the present moment, knowing that clarity and direction will emerge as you move forward. This shift in perspective allows you to pursue your goals with less pressure and more freedom. It invites unexpected experiences and opportunities that are aligned with your highest good. Focus and intention hold transformative power. When you step away from a life based on force, what you choose to focus on becomes your reality. When you devote your energy and attention to problems, they seem to expand and take up more space in your life. However, when you direct your focus to what excites and inspires you, you amplify those experiences instead of the negative ones. It's about recognizing that your thoughts and intentions are powerful tools that shape your reality. By consciously choosing where to direct your attention, you reclaim your power and become a deliberate creator of your life. Understanding this power also means realizing that not everything requires your immediate reaction or emotional investment. It's easy to get caught up in conflicts or challenges, believing that by focusing on them, you're working toward a solution. However, this often leads to more stress and less clarity. Instead, when you practice observing situations without immediately reacting, you create space for a more thoughtful and empowered response. You learn to give just enough attention to understand the lesson or insight it offers, and then redirect your focus to what you want to cultivate and grow in your life. By mastering the art of focus and intention, you begin to see life through a new lens. Every moment becomes an opportunity to either perpetuate an old pattern or create a new reality. You start to notice the subtle energies around you and understand how your focus can amplify or dissolve them. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but approaching them from a place of empowerment and choice. You realize that with each thought and intention, you have the potential to either feed negativity or nurture the growth of something beautiful and new. As you refine your ability to focus and set clear intentions, you begin to detach from old patterns that no longer serve you. These patterns, which once gave you a sense of security or familiarity, now feel more like chains that limit you. By becoming aware of these ingrained habits, you empower yourself to choose differently. This awareness allows you to step back and observe your reactions, rather than being driven by them. You start to understand that each time you engage with an old pattern, you reinforce it. When you choose not to engage, you weaken its influence and create space for new, healthier behaviors to emerge. This process of detachment is about recognizing triggers without letting them control you. When you face a conflict or a familiar emotional response, instead of reacting instinctively, you pause and reflect. You ask yourself, why does this situation make me feel this way? What belief am I holding that causes this reaction? Exploring the underlying beliefs and emotions behind these patterns allows you to break free from them. Understanding these triggers gives you the ability to choose a new response, one that aligns with your current values and desires, rather than outdated narratives. You're no longer stuck in a cycle of automatic reactions. Instead, you become an active participant in creating your own experience. By detaching from these old patterns, you begin to notice profound changes in your interactions and experiences. Situations that once caused you distress now seem trivial, and the conflicts that used to draw you in no longer hold the same power over you. You realize that you don't need to change the people or circumstances around you to find peace. True freedom comes from within, from the ability to stay centered and clear, regardless of what's happening externally. By staying rooted in your own sense of identity, you navigate life with greater ease and grace. You respond to challenges with curiosity rather than fear. Each step you take in this direction strengthens your ability to create a reality that truly reflects who you are. With the release of old patterns and the mastery of focus and intention, you fully step into the role of deliberate creator. This profound shift means that you no longer feel like a passive participant, simply reacting to circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you embrace the understanding that you are the architect of your experience, consciously choosing how to shape each moment. A deep awareness of how your thoughts, emotions, and actions influence your reality is more important than simply thinking positively. Living as a deliberate creator also means cultivating greater awareness of what is aligned with your true self. It requires you to constantly reassess, asking yourself if this decision, action, or thought is aligned with the reality you want to create. By doing this, you ensure that every step you take is intentional and congruent with your deepest values and desires. A sense of mindfulness allows you to navigate life with greater confidence and clarity, knowing that each choice you make is a deliberate act of creating the life you want. In this empowered state, you discover that life begins to respond to you in new and unexpected ways. Opportunities that once seemed distant or impossible begin to manifest effortlessly. The synchronicities and coincidences you encounter aren't mere chance, but the universe's response to your deliberate focus and intention. You realize that by living authentically and intentionally, you attract experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with your true self. Your external reality becomes a reflection of your inner state, showing that when you live as a deliberate creator, life becomes simpler, more harmonious, and deeply satisfying. And so, as you continue on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, remember that everything you need to create the life you truly desire is already within you. It's not about having more or doing more, but about being more. Being more present, more aware, and more attuned to the infinite possibilities that exist in every moment. As you embrace this state of being, your life becomes fuller, more meaningful, and more aligned with your true nature. This journey toward creator mode is not a final destination but an ongoing exploration. As you move forward, I invite you to approach each experience with an open mind and a heart willing to learn. The magic of being a deliberate creator lies in the ability to be present in each moment, to choose how to respond to each situation, and to trust that in doing so, you are building a life that authentically reflects who you are. The universe is on your side, and every conscious decision brings you closer to the life you desire. Allow yourself to flow with the changes, embrace uncertainty, and discover the transformative power that lies within you.